There we go. We're finally live. We had some delays there, and we wanted to start on time on 19 CET, but it kind of didn't work out in the end. Well, that just happens in those tournaments. So hello and welcome everyone back to the second game in the series of NVMI up against Team Coast. We're here in the Axon Moscow Cup Season 2 group stages. My name is Pimp, and, well, with me is once again Wakey. Let's hop in the draft. We got Skyrath and DP this time around, so no DP bans. Hell yeah.
10 seconds to go.
Yeah, boyo. I'm going to have a DP game. DP for the win. And we see Earthshaker picked up again by Team Coast. So we have some more Earthshaker action as well coming out from Frigoli. And Skyrath, of course. We wouldn't have a game of Dota without Skyrath in there as well.
So the thing about this is so far, no Bat, no Razor, and no Doom. And instead, we're going to see Viper and the Death Prophet. And Earthshaker this time around picked up very early on and no Shadow Shaman ban. So I would imagine Team Coast once again heading for the Shadow Shaman. They do like the hero a lot, and he's great. However, against DP, this is getting pretty crazy, you know? Because DP really just makes quick work of those pesky wards.
That's true. She really does, but you don't want to be giving away a Death Prophet Shadow Shaman, combo to the way of NVMI either. So in fact, they're just going to ban it out. So it gets banned out, and that means Nature's Prophet being picked up by Team Coast.
All right, we're going to read it up, boys.
I'm going to have to go answer the door. 2 seconds.
Oh, God. Wow, Wakey, you have actually a real life. How dare you? Visage picked up by NVMI. So once again, Little's going to be getting his hands on this one. And, you know, this is interesting to me because NVMI actually banned out the Tinker, and Visage Tinker is really interesting. And let's see if Team Coast actually picks up the Drow Ranger. If they do not, they could be seeing a very pesky combo. Visage Drow is one of the best combinations in the game. If you can actually play this and execute this, you need a bit of team communication. You need lots and lots of micro on the Visage player, so he doesn't just, feed his familiars away. But it is certainly doable. And let's see Coast. So they do have the time to really imagine what they want to do, how they're going to just stop any sort of shenanigans coming out from NVMI. And Wakey, what is your take on the meta? Do you want to see Drow here for NVMI, or do you want to Team Coast actually pick this one up?
I mean, they utilized the Drow so well in some of the games that we saw last week. So I would really like to see a Drow pick up again. I think they're just so strong with it, and it just adds to that push that they've already got with the Death Prophet in that mid lane. So it would just be a really strong combo. Whether Team Coast are going to let them have it here, because they haven't banned it out, and I feel like they almost want to pick it up, because if they give this away, it's going to be such a strong lineup for NVMI, and it's going to be really difficult for Team Coast to fight up against it. But they can always avoid it. They have a Nature's Prophet after all. They have they have decent split push already. So if they want to delay the game, they can try and do that. But oh man, I'm feeling that if they give away this Drow Pimp, then it's going to be really difficult for them, I have to say.
Yeah, I really guess so. And there we go, Ancient Apparition. So they took the time. They took a lot of bonus time there. And this is going to get really interesting. Now, let's see if Goblex actually has got something other planned there. Because, let's be real here. The Visage Drow combination wasn't up for the last game, and they still won. And they won absolutely disgustingly strong. With a great Luna pick, with a great Puck. And the Puck is still in the pool. If you pick up the Drow now, you're not going to be going... Well, I doubt you're going to see a Puck there. I guess you just ban it out against him because, well, the DP, of course, should be handling the mid lane, but we could also see a... Yeah, and here we go. She is here. Combination is real, boys. And, yeah, still, I think we're going to be seeing a Puck if it's not going to get banned out.
I almost kind of feel like the Ancient Apparition pickup from Team Coast is reacting to that Drow pickup already, predicting that it's going to come out, because when NVMI run this, they tend to group up very early and obviously deal large amounts of damage to a tower and bring them down very quickly. But it's going to be quite hard to be able to push uphill once you're going for those tier 3s against an Earthshaker and an Ancient Apparition combo. That's kind of what I think Team Coast are looking at here. The problem is when you're reacting to someone else's draft, you're always going to be a little bit on the back foot. And I feel like that NVMI's draft is just so strong with heroes that they're obviously really good at playing. The Visage, we saw it last game. They love that combo with the Drow Ranger, and then when you add just even more push with Death Prophet in the mid lane, with Scandal on that one, I really do worry for Team Coast in the drafting stage at this point.
Yeah, it's hard. It's really hard to execute properly, and yeah, so Team Coast, they go with the more standard route there. They do ban out the Clockwork, and now that leaves you with some options as NVMI. Coast as well as NVMI, actually, they do both want to pick up a... Oh, actually, know what? Never mind me. Because this should be an offlane Aegis Prophet. We saw so much safe lane Aegis Prophet today. I was pretty sure. Yeah, sure. I mean, you try in the Aegis Prophet, obviously, because LGD did it like 3 times in a row, it feels like. And, ooh, the Luna's been out. So, yes, Team Coast, they do have lots of options on the carries. I mean, there's plenty of great carries to pick up. But still, going up against Drow Visage is so hard. You kind of need someone to just jump in the face and...
Or Jakiro.
Whoa,
Or
we go
Core
Core
Earthshaker.
Jakiro. We go
Yeah,
Core Earthshaker.
Sure.
Both
No,
works.
I think Core Jakiro because they love Frigily on that Earthshaker. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure this will be a Core Jakiro. So, something that we haven't seen. We saw a couple of times last week, I think, and I can't remember whether it worked out or not. Titan has managed to get through the entire draft so far, and
there we go.
he's going to go through the whole draft without getting picked up. It's going to be a puck. So, I mean,
Call
a hero
it.
that obviously works with that Drow Ranger combo. They've got 5 ranged heroes, and once you get that damage up from Illidan, it's going to be really, really strong push. And they've got decent team fight as well. I mean, once you pop the Ghost with Scandal, Goldblatt's going to be dealing out massive amounts of damage. You've obviously got the birds to deal with on the backside of the fight as well. And then you've got Phobos jumping in and just causing a nuisance. And he played really, really well and got a lot of farm on that Brewmaster last game. So I still think he's going to be very, very relevant this game. And I mean, you called it, that puck bit.
Got it. Let's roll. Let's see the puck connection. And this is a very similar lineup like we saw in the last one. It's not quite the mid puck, but it's still going to be like a playmaker puck. You can't play him as a support. It just doesn't work. He needs to have some sort of experience up against his fellows who he wants to kill, you know. Otherwise, he's really not doing too much. So I like it. Skywrath, Visage, Drow. A really ridiculously strong trial, and it feels, in my book at least, very much like the last one. The Luna is going to be doing a bit more damage on around the level 6, at least magical. But Drow is just destroying towers because she does so much damage. You know, just if you do a lot of damage, towers tend to fall quite quickly. And also she's going to be doing so much physical one at that. So the whole team of NVMI has got a great magical damage with the Visage Soul Assumption, and of course the Puck just in general, the whole skill build of his and the toolkit of his, the Skywrath as well, and then you have so much physical. I mean, this is a great... I love to see those, you know, how do I put it? Not really lineups, but those decisions, because physical and magical damage makes it so hard to deal with. Do you go BKB first here on some of those heroes? No, I don't think so. You need to get something done, and oh boy, if Coast have got a great early game, I can see this working out against NVMI. If not, oh man.
Yeah, they're going to be in trouble. And you've got to remember as well, there's going to be that, when we saw how important it was last game, every time NVMI managed to pick up that Roshan, even being on the Radiant, they picked it up, you know, both times that Roshan went down. And if they're able to do that again this game, bear in mind they're on the Dire as well, and there's probably going to be a medallion over on Leal, nice and early like we saw in the last game. It's going to be even easier for them to press that advantage. And Illidan with a Aegis is going to be such a potent threat, you know, throughout the game. When they're pushing those towers, and it's just going to be really hard to fight into. I mean, they're playing the core Jakiro, so they know what they need to do. They need to win that early game. They need to start putting some early game pressure onto NVMI, get them rotating, get them out of their comfort zone, and if they're able to do that, then they definitely have a chance of being able to take this game. But if that early game presence doesn't really materialize, then they're going to be in all sorts of problems.
Yeah, seriously. I'm fearing so much for Coast. And I casted the Core Jakiro. I'm not sure if it was actually Coast. I think it was, or it could also have been Moscow 5. Okay, so I'm really not sure anymore, but still, the Core Jakiro didn't work out because you couldn't really find the tower pressure early on. You want to skill up your Liquid Fire. So it has 4 seconds cooldown and a 5-second duration, so... You know, you do the math and you kind of see, okay, you can actually put this on a tower for the whole freaking duration. And then the tower's going to be slowed. 50% attack speed slow is absolutely massive. Ridiculously strong against towers early on, and they literally deal no damage anymore. I mean, they do damage, but it's very slow. And the Trial coming out here from Coast should be able to just destroy anything that comes to them if they get out of position, but this is a big if. And, well, this is an offlane puck, man. How do you kill this?
Yeah, it's going to be really difficult. And I mean, if they can shut Phobos down, then they might have a chance. But the problem they've got as well is it's not like NVMI's lineup. The puck is such a sensible decision because it just provides their initiation, which is something that the NVM lineup was kind of lacking a little bit. They didn't really have that burst initiation. And when you're grouping up as Team Coaster, probably going to look to do very early on with that Core Jakiro, trying to take towers, then you know, having that initiation is just going to be absolutely core. Jumping in and getting a silence onto these crucial heroes that rely so much on their skills is just going to shut Coast down completely. And I mean, if Phobos gets some decent levels in this offlane, then it's going to be really hard for Team Coast to even get anything out of this game. And that's the only thing that they can really rely on, because NVMI, they don't have the best sort of tower defense, in my opinion. They're not the best at, you know, they haven't got heroes like a Batrider, they haven't got a Tidehunter, but they do have the Puck, and the Puck's going to be really important for this game when that early pressure does eventually come from Team Coast.
Yeah, and when is it going to be coming, though? Because if you push against this lineup of NVMI early on, you're going to have some issues. If you push against them as soon as this Drow hits a farm level where you really just don't want to face her anymore, it hurts. And the thing about Coast is so far, they only have the Earthshaker who can really jump her. You need someone to get near her to stop her ultimate from working and actually be able to kill her. You know, otherwise she's gonna crush the next one as soon as she's finishing the other guy. And ooh, Phobos already. Man, quite a bit of damage going his way, but yeah. This is what I meant, like, you have your illusory orb, you can do pretty much whatever the hell you want, and this is such an aggressive tool lane coming out, and Solo in the top lane really can't find too much there. He's level 2, that's great, but against Lil and this Drow, I mean, the Drow alone kind of outlanes him if there is any sort of hand coming up from the supports to stop these Treants from harassing the Drow too much. Yeah,
it's a really nice laning from MVMI. I mean, the Puck's not going to die here on this top lane, which is something that, you know, we mentioned. It's very, very important that the Puck doesn't die and get some decent levels. And I mean, you're not going to be able to really, you know, get a early kill on Solon on this top lane anyway. Even that extra hero is probably not going to make too much of a difference. So just running dual lanes and not letting him get anything out of the lane in terms of CS is more than enough. And in fact, they can even bully him out of the lane in terms of XP as well. Illidan just doing a really nice job at that when he doesn't have to last hit. And it's just really nice laning coming out from MVMI. And I mean, Skills, how's he doing on this mid lane? He is winning the mid lane. So I mean, Team Coast are getting a reasonable win somewhere on the map.
Alright, Stephcell already taken so much damage. Phobos, oh no, he kind of whiffed his illusory orb. This could have been such an amazing first blood from a strong dual lane against some sort of tri lane. Of course, they are on 3 right at this moment. But Ape Mother, well done, got a dual breath up, and it's so much mana. But it's also lots and lots of damage. This dual breath actually is like so much damage. It is not sporting the instant damage anymore because it got changed and reworked and stuff. But it's still, you know, pretty nasty. And with a change to the liquid fire, that it doesn't just get you above every X seconds, and then you're gonna have your next attack doing the damage because you now can actually use it actively. It's so much better now. The hero is actually in a really cool spot. I love him. I want to see a bit of a, you know, change in his attack animations, but well, that's I guess that's not gonna be happening.
Not
like attack animations, on the cast animations. Here we go. Sorry.
Yeah. You want like a damage over time, like Dragon Knight in ultimate form permanently. That's what you want to see. Carry Jakiro legit.
Yeah. This is what I'm talking about. No, seriously, it's just nasty to play the hero because you can't really. He's like, you know, moving his head upwards and then deciding, hold on for a second, how do I cast an Ice Path once again? Aha, okay, this is how I do it. And then he lets it go, you know, this is like, man, you're a dragon, you're ancient, man. What the hell is wrong with you? Anyways, Phobos is getting so much now. It feels like this is such a nice laning decision so far from NVMI, and they were laning dual lanes for quite some time now. They were playing this against VP to great success, actually, dual lanes, but this time around, it's not with a Lich. They do use Goblag on his Skyrath as a laning support, as a 2-1-2, so I have to say, I mean, this is crazy stuff, seriously.
Yeah, I think Team Coast, they need to play more aggressively. I mean, they've got Frigolay here. If you can land a decent Fisher, maybe get a block off onto one of the heroes, then...
Drops down on 6 HP, wow, what a play! And Lil can't find the damage to actually push up his Salt Assumption to another level there. So it's a close call. It's still pretty good. Phobos now getting wrapped around gang. Frigolite. There is a Fissure, but only level 1 on the Fissure, and there is not only a illusory orb, there's also, oh, nicely done there. So they bait out the phase shift, they go for the Fissure, and yeah, this is the issue because Fissure doesn't stun you that long. The problem. You can always jaunt.
Yeah, you can always jaunt over the Fissure, and now there's actually some aggression going on this mid lane. Lil, he's actually abandoned the top lane because Illidan is just getting free farm up here thanks to the rotations from Solon into the jungle. And as soon as he's, you know, starting to get up some decent levels and those familiars up and running, as soon as Illidan's level 6, in fact, it's already happening. Whoa. The first catapult comes out and the tower pushes on. And look at this, behind the tower, how aggressive are Scandal and Lil playing. They're actually going to get blocked off. This could be a disaster. Some decent farm going the way of Solon if he's able to pick up a kill here. Scandal legging it out of there. Look how fast he is. But here comes the slow coming from Eskil's, going to blow the ultimate as well.
Haste anymore.
Oh, this is going to be a problem. Scandal's going to go down here. It's Viper picking up the kill on that one. And, I mean, they just completely overextended. That was all that was, really.
Yeah, it's
Meanwhile,
just
on the bottom
hard.
lane, did Jakiro actually went down.
Yep.
Scarith Mage picking up the kill on that one, so... They find the trades.
Great rotations from both teams, actually. They do see people in the mid lane, and they do instantly go on this core Jakiro, and as such, well, he just got pushed back quite a bit. He is not the highest on CS by any stretch. He's actually 5th in the whole game, so there's that. And also very, very unfortunate for NVMI. They could have had this whole sequence, like, so easily decided if not only the soul assumption would have hit, because it was misclicked on a creep, but also one Crypt Swarm was completely off the mark. Nice shoots coming up from Eskills, and, well, so far this Viper is really doing a nice job, but look at the Dark Rangers here. I mean, we were talking about farm, and Illidan is just having the time of his life, and this is once again something we see time and time again now, especially from NVMI and the other games we casted today. You have your carry there, the carry can farm the jungle, the carry does farm the jungle to give your supports lots and lots more farm, and Lil needs to have familiars up, and as soon as those things come up, they are wrecking balls in disguise, because we have 2 points up in the precision aura, 1 point up in the marksmanship, and I mean, the damage is quote-unquote only 21, but you triple the damage on those familiars if you just pop your aura.
Yeah, exactly, and it's just efficiency coming out from NVMI. It's just really, really good, and we see it time and time again, and this is going to be a nice quick level 6 up on Lille, which, like you mentioned, is going to be very, very important, and as soon as that comes up, this tier 1 tower on this top lane is going to take off very, very quickly, and if they can get it up before that 10-minute mark when the second catapult comes riding in, then that's going to be absolutely crucial, and it gives Illidan some decent farm as well. I mean, he can easily do this. Once he's got that level 6 and Morbid Mask, then it's very, very easy for him to pick up farm in the jungle and leave his lane open. And I mean, as skills in the mid lane, I mean, what do you expect to come out from him early on? Are we going to see the mech this game, or is because of the Jakiro picking up the mech, do you think it'll be something else?
I still kind of want to see Viper picking this one up, because Jakiro can't get anything.
Yeah.
Huh. I mean, the problem with this is Viper picks up Phase, Viper picks up Ring of Aquila, so there could be this, oh, who did it? It was Newbie or Tongfu, wasn't it? They picked up mech and the pipe, like on 2 different heroes, and as such they had it up at ridiculous early timings, and if you think about it, the mech has got insane burst heal, and then you already have a pipe bot very early on in the game, like sub 20 minutes. If you spot both, you essentially have double HP, and now, once again, Ape Mother. Oh, this is a great finish by Frigolite. Ape Mother, can he survive, though? It's gonna be very close if he can, and, well, he goes down, and this cast animation, once again, really doesn't help him. There is the Native Prophet coming, and Phobos, one more right click, one more. Oh, nice phase shift in the end, can't get away, though. And also, the other support of Goblek is, of course, now on the run, on the hunt, but Frigolite, long range Fisher, picks it up, and great 2 kills going the way of NVMI after a bit of, in the way of course, is Coast. So now they've got the option to push down this bottom end. It looks like they do have a catapult and they want to go for this.
Yeah, and with the Jakiro coming back as well, he's actually got 3 points up into that liquid fire, like you mentioned, and this is going to be a pretty decent push. And I think this is definitely something they need to do. And it's whether NVMI can now find the trades on this top lane, because I mean, do they have the familiars up and running yet? No, it's very, very close. But Lille is very close to that level 6. So as soon as they're up, expect the counter push to come in on this top lane. And Phobos, ooh, nearly getting trapped in there, and he'd have been in trouble. He had the illusory orb on cooldown, so he'd have been in a lot of trouble there if that had caught him. And it looks like it's going to be okay for the time being. And this tower's starting to fall low, and here comes the level 6 now. So NVMI, they're gonna do the push with Illidan and Lille up on this top lane, and they should be able to take a tower. There is some TP support coming in. It's actually going to be skills on the Viper. But
did they pop the aura for this? Hold on, Illidan, did you? No, he didn't pop the aura for this. That was just casual. Oh, so much damage! Wow. Yeah, this is a combination we see so much. Nature's Prophet and Ancient Apparition, if you can get your hands on those of both of these heroes. And it's not really hard to communicate at all, actually, because you always can use your Nature's Prophet ultimate right after you actually do see that your Ancient Apparition Ice Blast is going to be hitting, and then it's so much damage just globally, and it's going to be catching you off guard. And, well, the Ice Blast gives you vision, so there's that, because you need the vision for the Wrath of Nature. It's pretty nice to see, and well, let's see actually how Illidan does it, because he already has a Helm of Dominator up, and he's got the Pack Leader's Aura. Look at this. We are just 9 minutes and he hits for more than 200 damage. The beauty of the Drow. Seriously, this is crazy. He should micro his Alpha Wolf somewhere else, though. Because it's getting bashed. Well, it should be getting, like, slammed.
I think you need 3, don't you, for it to be slammed, so
oh, right,
yeah, for the time being. Right. Yeah, so it should be fine, but I mean, yeah, that damage is actually ridiculous, and obviously it allows Illidan to be able to pick up this Roshan, you know, 10 minutes into the game, and that's pretty crucial, you know, in terms of how their whole lineup works. The Scandal actually getting caught out in the mid lane. He's going to get brought down here by the looks of it. The Ice Blast is going to come through as well, and he is going to shatter Nature's Prophet. Solon picking up the kill on that one, and I mean, being able to pick up Scandal is really, really important. He's got 4 points in the Witchcraft and 1 point in the Exorcism. So, I mean, they're going to be doing decent DPS, but he really wants that level 11. That's when the Death Prophet really is able to just solo take towers. And Roshan's going to go down, so they trade the Roshan for this. And now Illidan is going to be stealing some serious deeps. I mean, he's nearly level 11 as well, remember? So he's already actually level 10 minutes into the game. He's getting some serious levels.
Yeah, solo Roche is so
Yeah,
much, and this is pretty much
so
the only reason why Ursa was played for a short amount of time, because he could just get his level 4, and well, he can still in pops, but everyone is well aware of the fact that you're gonna be like a 3-minute, 27 seconds Roshan there, so... And also, of course, it is a big tell if, you know, your enemy Ursa has been killed by neutrals, and you're like, what can he do now? Well, that's big questions, of course. It's an Ursa, and if he gets it, he's instantly level 7. It's ridiculous amounts of HP, but Coast is trading, actually. So this is nice. Solon is now doing his thing there, so the Nature Threat is up and ready, but at the same time, it's Scandal, and you mentioned this. 4 points up in the Witchcraft means he will kick his ultimate in a higher gear. It's not quite the level 2 ultimate, of course. Everyone wants to see this, but we're getting to a point where this ultimate does some serious trouble for Coast.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like as well, we talked about what time Coast are going to start this push with the Jakiro, the core Jakiro, and I feel like it's not really come. They were really disrupted by this dual lane coming out from NVMI, and that means that there's no mech over on the Jakiro at the moment, so I feel like it's a real problem for Team Coast.
This is NVMI going in very aggressively. Never mind. Coast is a bit scattered there. And they do have the red pushing still.
It is actually going to be the pipe coming out from the Viper as well. So they are trying to go for this sort of 2-core sustainability lineup, which we obviously I think it was Tongfu that we saw earlier do that.
Yeah,
with the Viper and then the Enigma.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, Enigma really just making a big difference there. And well, it really does help if you're one of the fastest junglers in the game. But okay, let's see how this goes, because NVMI, they're prepping, they want to go in. Phobos doesn't have a blink, but he's got an ultimate right now, uses onto Eskills, and he gets absolutely blown up. Phobos also evading the Ancient Impression Ice Blast, such a close call to make, and in the end, well, they want to find more. Frigga lead was stunned up by those pesky familiars. And they're not actually taking any sort of damage there from the Jakiro. So there's that.
Oh my god, look at this tower. Just absolutely melting. Illidan needs to be careful here. Illidan can kill him here. He's going to go down. This is a mistake. Oh, really nice Fisher to try and disengage, but it's not going to be enough. And actually, the orb coming through from Phobos with the silence is going to be enough to bring down that Jakiro. And with the Jakiro and Viper down, oh, look how quickly that tower falls as well when you've got those familiars up and running. And this is the push that we talked about. This is the danger. And now Scandal, he pops the ultimate. Still a level 1 ultimate, but with the 4 points in the Witchcraft, like you mentioned, it's going to be a lot of damage onto this tower. And this is going to be 2 towers pretty much going the way for free of NVMI. Phobos taking a lot of damage.
Oh, will he shed actually? This is very close. Oh, he's trying to go for the phase shift. Yeah, he needs 7. Yeah, the E's going to be fine, but Scandal, not so much. Nice TP in from Solon. And they do pick up one. And they do pick up actually a second one, of course. Goblik was going down early on, and there was a deny coming out, wasn't there? Yeah, Frigga lead actually denied the tower, so... Well, Coast, they got the best they could hope for. They do lose the tower, but they do get the deny, so lots of gold being denied, and... Well, here we go. Tower's on, and that should be pretty much it. Maybe Filmis can try to go for a deny, but it doesn't look like it, and NVMI... Just, you know, a very little bit of overextension, and suddenly they lose the tower, and suddenly they lose 2 heroes, and oh, Frigga lead on his own. But Eskills is making his way over as well, and oh, I think this is going to be Familiar's farming time. Oh, never mind, they go in. Phobos finds a nice initiation here up onto 8 Mother, and who gets blown up? It's going to be the Nature's Prophet, already gone. Nice Ice Blast, but only onto Scandal, and I think it's going to be way too tanky for this sort of stuff. Never mind, they try to blow him up. They do get him in the end. It's a 2-for-1 still. And 8 Mother's now on the run. They want to chase Phobos. Oh, what a evade. He jaunts to 8 Mother, silences him up, and still 8 Mother's going to get brought down. Nicely played by Phobos, but in the end it just wasn't enough, and now Lil tries to micro his heart out, and Coast, they do get away. They lose some, but they do get away, and how much damage did they do? Well, not as much as NVMI did, because Illidan just, you know, destroying towers. There was a precision aura used, and wait a second, where are those familiars? Because there is still a precision aura up on those guys for another few seconds. I wonder if they're doing something. Where are they?
There
they are.
Just, ancient stack.
What? Plus 39. No, plus 49 actually is the aura. You know, the thing about those things is they do 10 damage.
Yeah.
On 2.5, no, actually, yeah, 2.5 attacks per second. So the DPS, if you put an aura onto them, is gonna be like, I don't know. It's disgusting. It just really is. So far, we didn't see too much of those fellas in action. We had an opening there, but of course, Illidan used his aura to just give not only the creeps a bit of extra added DPS, but also, of course, these familiars, which were used for the skirmish. But, well, I'm still waiting to see this wrecking phase come in from the familiars.
It'll come. I'm sure it'll come in. Illidan actually getting caught out here by 8mother, but I'm pretty sure 8mother's not going to be able to get this kill. He has got backup on the way, but Illidan's just going to be able to walk himself away. He has got Aegis still, remember, as well. And, I mean, he could turn around and start hitting 8mother, and 8mother would have to get the hell out of there very, very quickly. But with the support coming in, it's clearly been noted by NVMI. They realised that 2 supports are going to be rotating in behind 8mother, and Illidan's just going to get himself out of there, take what he can, and I mean, he managed to get the tier 2 down on this bottom lane is gone, so NVMI just finding amazing tower advantages all throughout the game, and it's exactly what you'd expect. In fact, I'm surprised the tier 1 top is still standing for Team Coast. It is the only tier 1 left on their side.
The only lane left. Every other lane is not sporting towers anymore, except for some tier 3s. Game's gonna be hard, but, well, that's a Jar Ranger for you, man. This is also 3k gold in the bank Jar Ranger for you, and this is where things get really interesting. Oh, wait a second, we're gonna see this once again. Nice Ancient Apparition Ice Blast nailing onto 2 people. Actually, no, Phobos evades it. Well done, S-Kills once again getting blown up, but the pipe and the mechas here, finally, we see a nice Echo Slam. They're doing quite a bit of damage, but nothing to really bring people down. Scandal's now up in the air, he dies, and Coast is disengaging this very nicely. In fact, they're gonna turn this around. Another stun. Phobos, can he jaunt? Yes, he is. He's safe and sound. And this is such a close call to make here. Coast, how the hell did they make any sort of comeback in this game? They just stopped Illidan from moving. He did actually just... Did he just respawn? No, he didn't
He just
die.
TP'd out. He just TP'd out. He took so much damage and they had the Ice Blast on him. He really couldn't stand there and fight because obviously he's getting so much of his life back from that lifesteal. And when the Ancient Apparition Eye Blast is on you, then he really can't stand there and have that sustained. So he just TP'd himself away. And once he left, the damage just... They just didn't have the damage to be able to deal with Coast, and it was a real problem. And now Illidan again, the Ice Blast is going to come through and it's going to find him, so he's going to get the debuff on him. But I mean, if this is 2 towers going the way of Team Coast, this is a huge victory for them, and this is going to get them right back in the game. That pipe is all doing so much work, but here comes Phobos. This is what we talked about, the initiation that they need to find, but there isn't really any follow-up at the moment. Leal's jumped in, but he's not really in a position. Nice micro with the familiars, but the stun's very little, and now Illidan, he's getting controlled. He's getting stunned up, and he's going to go down. They do manage to find 8mother on the backside, and now can they find E-Skills? I mean, these familiars, they are actually dealing serious damage. Phobos jumps forward as well, and S-Skills, he needs to be able to get himself out of here. The Yule Scepter up's going to keep him in position. Scandal's going to do the work, and in the end, it's actually Phobos on the puck that picks up that kill, and they wipe 3 heroes off the map for Team Coast, only losing Illidan. But I mean, losing Illidan is a bit of an issue. Did he spend his gold before he died? It doesn't look like he did, but he's not going to lose too much out of that one. And at the end of the day, they had so much tower gold in the bank that their reliable gold was actually like pretty decent. So I mean, Illidan probably didn't lose too much gold over that one.
Well, he had
a lot of reliable
more
gold.
than 2k unreliable, so it really is going to be quite something. But yeah, you're right. He's got like 1.7k unreliables, reliable actually. So this is pretty crazy. But what do you want to see him pick up? Like, just go straight BKB. I mean, this would be my call. He hits like an absolute truck.
He really does. He really hits so hard, and he keeps getting control. I mean, he got controlled in those last 2 fights. It makes it very difficult for him to fight. But I mean, the BKB is not going to stop the debuff, if I'm right, from Ancient Apparition.
But
so
it stops the damage.
It stops the damage. So I mean, it's still a slight problem for him if he does get focused. But I mean, the only reason he's getting focused is because he's getting caught in that Ice Blast. He's getting caught in the Jewel Breath. He is getting controlled, slowed, and eventually brought down. So the BKB is just going to put an end to all of that. And now there's going to be initiation actually on the bottom lane. Phobos jumping in. The Mystic Flare is going to be a little bit off the mark. It's actually going to be Phobos taking a full first. 8mother's still alive. The Familiars are coming in, and the Fisher actually from Frigoli is going to get his teammate killed. He just couldn't get away from it. It actually trapped him in there with those Familiars, and they're going to be able to deal the damage. And it's a 1-for-1 trade here on this bottom lane.
And they can't even find the Familiars. So unfortunate. Did they use the aura? Yeah, they did. Of course, man. Those familiars are just doing so much work in those fights. What I would actually really love to see, and yeah, we have the BKB up and running already, so this is one of those items we just talked about. The other one is going to be the Blink Dagger in my book. I love to see you draw Blink, and
I agree.
it's... I mean, you are doing so much damage. Look at this. We're doing way more damage now on this Drow Ranger than we saw on the Mirana, who was 6-slotted in the other games.
Yes.
So, I don't know about this Wakey, but I don't mind not going damage there. Like, I don't know, get a Blink, and then you can position yourself so far outwards that there is, like, no possibility of just getting anything done.
That timing of Roshan. Illidan literally walked into the Rosh pit as Roshan spawned, so that was, like, the best timing ever. It doesn't look like they're going to be able to take it, because they're going to have to actually defend, and Solon, he's going to go down here. Solon, oh, the Mystic Flare again a little bit off the mark, but it isn't going to matter, and there isn't going to be a return kill this time. The double damage on Puck actually doing a reasonable amount of work. His added damage with that Illidan Drow Ranger there as well was pretty significant, so...
Yeah, I mean, aura and double damage, and you get so much plus damage.
Roshan.
Yeah, there's nothing they can do on the side of Coast. So this is going to be another Aegis. Let's see if Illidan actually goes into the jungle, just ventures there, and is going to be on the hunt for some of those creeps. But so far, Ancient Emperor Nice Plus is going to be a bit late to the party. Maybe it actually hits Roche. Well, let's go. Because Roche doesn't take too much magical damage, and as such, it's going to be okay. Actually, Scanner was trying to push down this top tower, and he's getting slow.
Oh, they catch out freely. What a stun actually coming out from those familiars. Really nice micro coming out from Lil, and they pick up Frigolay before this fight even starts. And what's happening on the top lane? Scandal popping the ultimate?
Solon? Nope. Actually, by the way, this is Solon going for the mech. This Shakira can't find anything so far. Very unfortunate. 1, 5, and 6. He's got 34 CS. He's below Lil, and by that, 2.2k. This is such an unfortunate game for him, seriously.
Yeah, that dual lane coming out from NVMI really screwed them up a little bit, and I mean, there's not more they really could have done. I mean, they couldn't really rotate the lanes at that stage. They were very committed to what they had to do, and it was just really nice laning coming out from NVMI. We have mentioned it before, but it has really shut down that Jakiro, and when you're playing a Jakiro core, he's there because he's going to be strong early game, and if you don't get anything in the early game, if you don't get anything in the laning stage, then it's just going to be downhill from there for Team Coast. And unfortunately, that's what's happened. And I mean, the longer this game goes on, the more I worry for them, because they just don't have that late game, damage coming out that NVMI do.
Yeah, they can try to out-sustain themselves or like get insane echo slumps sent from Frigolate, but so far it's so hard to catch anything in this game. Once again, the Arcane Woods were coming out, but what can they really do? Well, Scandal is going to be in a world of hurt. They're trying to go for anything, and there is the whole team of Team Coast, and they say hi to Scandal. Give him a high five before you just put him away in the grave, and, well, that's gonna be a good kill, but they use 5 heroes and a smoke for this, so let's check the smoke status, actually, because this is always very interesting. They still have 2 left, so there is still, some sort of opportunity there to go for another one and open up the map. Those things, they've got insane high cooldowns, so you have to be very careful when you use them, and now it's going to be NVMI as soon as Scandal is going to be back up. I guess he's just going to be popping his ultimate and just crushing some towers, and ooh, another big item Wakey. The Aghanim Scepter upgrade for Lil, and we saw what he did with 2 familiars only.
Wow.
Can you imagine the destruction he puts out there if he hits 3?
Yeah, it's really going to be scary, and they don't actually manage to finish this tower by the looks of it. In fact, Lil might be in trouble. He's getting chased down by his skills, but the concussive shot's going to be there from Gold Black. Are they going to be able to do this? Oh, yeah, they've got more than enough with the Ice Blast coming in as well. Again, they commit a lot of heroes for this one, and in the background, it looks like the Familiars actually managed to finish off the tower, so there's going to be no deny, and at the end of the day, trading the Visage for a tower isn't the worst thing in the world. I mean, as long as you're getting the trades out of it. Looks like Gold Black did go down as well, so... Team Coast, they're making things happen. They need to do it. There's Necro 3 actually out onto Solon now as well, so...
Oh god, Illidan. Look at his gold. Illidan has... I don't know what he does, like, is he doing shenanigans on the stocks market or whatever? I don't know, but he's finding a lot of gold, it looks like, and this guy is going to be absolutely on fire, and they do see 3 heroes of Team Coast, at least, even Stefstar now. It is day after all, and oh, this is about the TP. Let's see how this unfolds. 2 people, Dream Coil and a Silence, and a great usage there from Eskills on his Viper of the Pipe. But 8 Mother already is going down. Of course, the Viper, it can protect you from magical burn and the damage, but nothing more, and it's another kill. Now the double kill for Illidan Stormrage, and he's going to be on the hunt. Well, he was hunted for 10,000 years. Now he's back, and they're gonna find another one. No, Stefstar is up in the air, and they do have the Cyclone just to bring him down. And this is another kill there. Oh my goodness, 4 people down for Coast just when they thought they could make something happen. I didn't want to show the gold grass yet, but let's do it. It's absolutely massacre. It's
Oh man,
God.
it's sickening. It's huge. And yeah, now they're in a very tricky spot. I mean, they were just getting themselves back into the game, finding some decent pickoffs, finding some decent tower kills, and I mean that fight just went so badly for them. Illidan with the BKB, first time that he's popped it this game, and he did absolute work, picking up a triple kill. He's now got 5.5k gold, so I mean he's sitting on a hell of a lot of gold at the moment. And I mean, what's he going to buy, Pimp? I mean, you mentioned the Blink Dagger, but I feel like he would have picked that up already if he was going to go for something like that. I mean, is he going to try? Are they going to try and secure the game out and then just pick up the rapier for the YOLO?
Oh please, I would love to see a rapier. I mean, Coast, you know, they let me down the last game. They didn't pick up the rapier. Oh, nice TP away there. It's going to be Scandal. Oh, he's got the vision solid. Oh, man.
So close to that Yules.
That was absolutely crazy. And, well, they don't secure it, but... Oh, still, NVMI, they're on such a great point, and Illidan is also just finding so much harm. Now he bought something, let's see. Drodo got an Eagle's Horn.
Okay, so it's going to be more damage for himself. It's going to be more damage for those familiars as well, of course. So yeah, pretty nice pickup all around, and he's not going to YOLO just yet. He's actually picked up the full butterfly now, so holy crap. This Illidan is going to be very hard to kill. And I mean, the real thing that's shutting him down is this Viper, who is doing a decent job. I mean, that's the only real physical DPS, apart from obviously Solon as well. But they're going to have not nearly enough, especially now that Evasion's there as well, to be able to bring down this Drow Ranger. So when he pots the BKB, he's pretty much unkillable. I mean, all you can really do there is throw out that Viper strike and slow him down a little bit. But I mean, it's not even like Viper's going for the Aghanim Scepter this game, because he really can't. He really hasn't got enough farm.
Agent 00 Phobos, he's on the run. He found his target. Target acquired. Where's the Gear Silence going to be coming from? There it is. And the ultimate as well. Well, but there is a turnaround. Those pesky Necrobook minions want to do something, and Phobos can't find the opening. Now he can. The target is in the air, and will it gonna... Woo! It's terminated in just a second. Here we go. Okay. So the agent's gonna get out, back to the headquarters, and Phobos, the agent himself, is gonna get a promotion in the form of some Mystic Staffs being picked up, and this is actually crazy farm. He picks up the Yules afterwards because he couldn't find too much, and then, you know, the Shivas is gonna be in such a good timing. We're 28 minutes in, and he's finding 3 items already, with the boots picked up, of course, as well. So, yeah. This is a puck.
Yeah, it just shows how well that dual lane worked for them.
Exactly.
Absolutely
He was
insane. And
in an off lane there, so I like it a lot. Actually, let me check the aura. Oh, 71 damage. Jeez. I was a pretty good hero, I guess.
yeah, really is. I mean, Illidan now is hitting for well over 300 damage, getting close to that 400 damage mark, and this is pretty scary. I mean, Team Coast, they have got some... I mean, it's not like they've got really tanky heroes. They've got very squishy heroes. I mean, you know, Earthshaker with only 4 armor, he might seem like a tanky hero, but he's going to go down very quickly, and skills, he might be in trouble here on this top lane. They've got the silence available as well, and yeah, he's going to go down here. There is a TP as well coming in from Solon, so they're going to try and fight this one up, but with the Mystic Flare coming down, he's going to get absolutely blown up. Viper's down already, and now Solon's regretting his decision. He really just wants to get out of here, and he's going to be the next one to fall. They even popped the Dream Coil for this one, so Phobos really wanted to secure that kill, and yeah.
Game's hard.
Scarif picking up.
Game's hard.
The game is really hard.
That was a nice decision from Coast, because they know they had to make stuff happen. Like, they had an Ice Blast coming in, and the Nature's Prophet ultimate and all that stuff, and, you know, maybe you can try to turn things around just a little bit, and, well, they tried. It's A for the effort, and then that's actually it. And, well, Illidan, he's got another 2.4k gold. He's now rotating bottom lane, so they're not going to be trying to do any sort of shenanigans with, like, splitting up the Drow in the mid, everyone else on the bottom lane, but they want to take down this tier 3 there. And if you take down a tier 3 against this Drow, against those familiars, let's see if there is an aura, and there is, and look at it! Dropped just so damn fast! Surely it's getting initiated, but this tower is also not getting anywhere there. He has to be so careful though. Visage is now back to the base, and the whole fight continues. Visage familiars still are getting microed. 81 damage. This is absolutely insane. And the Drow is now going forward, popping the BKB. The Nature's Wrath really not doing too much damage. S-Skill's already going down. Mega kill streak for Illidan Stormrange, and this might be just it. Will Coast take more? They go for the Ghost Scepter onto Hate Mother, and let's see the turnaround. Illidan now not doing too much damage anymore. He's trying to run. He's trying to run, but will he get away? It's looking very grim. Picks up the kill, of course, on the Ancient Apparition, because he has literally no... well, literally no armor. And those two familiars still are going strong. Now they just lost the aura, and I guess that's gonna be it NVMI, they do make a lot happen there. Melee Rex down to 300 HP, 400 at that now, and ranged as well, but at least Coast don't lose Rex, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, they don't lose Rax there. I mean, that's probably the big thing there. I mean, Illidan, he started actually focusing on heroes, focusing on Ape Mother, who then was able to pop that Ghost Scepter, keeping him alive, and it just changed the focus a little bit. But look at these familiars just trying to backdoor these racks, and this is obviously the constant issue as well. Like when there's familiars around, they can do this very, very easily. But I mean, one thing I was going to mention, this Ancient Apparition that sort of won Team Coast the fight a little bit up on this top lane when they were able to get Illidan to TP away after getting that Ice Blast proc on him. The level 1 ultimate is actually very weak at this stage of the game, and Ancient Apparition is only sitting at level 9. He has nearly, you know, he's not too far away from the Aghanim Scepter. You know, he's nearly got the third part of that one up and running, but he's so level starved, it's really bad. And I mean, if he can get the Aghanim Scepter up in level 11, then they might be able to start, you know, taking these fights and just stopping Illidan in his tracks. But at the moment, they really have nothing to deal with him once he pops that BKB. He's literally unkillable. And it's not like he's the only hero you've got to focus as well, because Phobos is going to be jumping in. You've got, obviously, Goldblack, who's on that Scarith Mage, and I mean, he has got his Mystic Flare at level 2, and he's actually nearly level 16, so I mean, these heroes, there's also going to be level 3 familiars coming out as well soon. Leal, he's actually level 15, very close to his level 16. I mean, it's a scary time with your Team Coast, you have to say.
Yeah, scary is not even the word for it. It's looking really dire. And this is Roshan number 3.
Talking of
Poor
dire.
Roshan. Oh, yeah. What?
Roshan is getting wrecked to bits.
Phobos is picking up a Maelstrom.
Jeez. Is he?
Jesus.
He's picking up so DPS pup.
Yeah, this is how we roll. Scandal actually popping with the BKB. Maybe a bit prematurely, but not if he finds a pick off there. So, as such, because he popped his BKB, he can't get slowed. And, oh, nice blink in there from Phobos. Already picking up so much diameter there. I had to find the word real quick, but that was really well played there. If you pop your Lincolns, if you pop your, there we go, your Shivas, and then blink, it's actually going to be coming with you when you blink. So this is such a nice sort of thing there. And, well, it's a buyback being forced out on Ape Mother's Jakiro, who really can't find too much anyways. And, oh man, Nature's Prophet finding the tower top lane. But is it going to be enough? Now Illidan is going in really deep, but he's popping his BKB now. And, yeah, like you mentioned, this is like an 8-second debuff on the Frostbite. So as such, he really doesn't take too much damage. In fact, he does take literally no damage. Phobos, he gets it. And the Visage with a long-range auto attack, and look what's happening in the mid lane. They have so much damage. Lil now getting controlled. Nice fizz actually. Let's see what's top lane happening. Nothing. And still Lil actually works his way out of the whole base, and he's gonna be safe and sound. Maybe not if he finds a nice part, but those familiars, they're still around. Is there the aura up? Not quite. Nice Echo Slam onto Lil. Lil dies. Goblek is in the air. Nicely done there. Phobos is coming in. Great ultimate onto Ape Mother, onto Stephstar as well, and Stephstar gets eaten alive by the familiars. They are not even aura'd up, but they do not care about it. They still do so much damage. Illidan now, he's trying to run, and he's actually still alive, even though he still has an Aegis. He could turn this if he wants to. Now Ape Mother, 3, 5, I think he would have taken like 6 shots or something. It's ridiculous. This is a core Jakiro after all, and here we go. This is getting really nasty. Oh, the Ghost Scepter, he can't find anything except for just getting pushed back by the Gust. And the game just got so much harder. Wakey, I think this is it.
This is definitely it. And I mean, the Ghost Scepter was a nice pickup from Ape Mother. It helps him against Illidan, but when there's so much magic damage, you mentioned it in the draft, so much physical and magic damage combined, and the Pucks being able to jump in, find the silences, and even Goldblack. I mean, Scarith Mage has so much magical damage, and there's a fight breaking out again. Friggly, he's trying to blink in again. He's trying to find the damage, but Illidan is just doing way too much, and he's got the BKB activated, and now E-skills, he can't fight up against this, and Stephstar as well. He's going to be the next one. The crit's coming out now as well. Just like so much damage. And Illidan, he's going to be on the run. Is he going to be able to get away? This is where he could do with that Blink Dagger, but it doesn't matter anyway, because from the backside, Phobos just picks up the kill, and it's another 3 heroes down. These heroes are brought back. There's going to be no buybacks coming out from Team Coast. I mean, this is going to be the game. We're just waiting for the GG.
It's crazy. Illidan just turns around, he tanks up the Necrobook Mauler because he's got so much damage that he actually heals himself for well above 40 HP every hit he does. I mean, we Diablo now, do we have life on hit here? No, we are not, but this guy is absolutely just smashing things. And, this is getting nasty. Yeah, Mega Creeps are inbound, this is gonna be it, and NVMI, after such a great game 1, they just deliver once again, and oh, Phobos is now getting some, maybe he dies before the GG is gonna be coming through, and, well, nope.
Nope.
What a great
What a
commentary,
game.
huh?
Seriously, that Drow Ranger Visage combo is so strong. They have to ban that out if you're playing against NVMI because they run that so well, and it allows them to do that, you know, dual aggressive lanes, which works so well for them. That game gave Phobos so much farm and completely shut down the Jakiro. And I mean, NVMI, again, I think their draft was just slightly better than Team Coast that game. They just got a little bit outdrafted, and giving away that Drow Ranger in that 4th pick, it was really clever by Gold Black. Just, you know, letting them spend their bans and then picking it up 4th was really crucial. And yeah, Team Coast, they reacted to Gold Black's draft and they got punished for it.
Yep. So this is going to be wrapping up the day here in the Excellent Moscow Cup Season 2. With me was Wakey. Give them a follow on twitter.com/WakeyPixel. The link is in chat pretty much right now. And my name was Pimpmuckle. You can find me on Twitter as well. That's it. We're going to be out. I'm going to be hanging out in chat just real quick. And you guys stay tuned for more Dota 2 action coming your way at 8 AM CEST tomorrow. It's nice and early. It is Tongfu up against Newbie, the TI4 champions here on this channel. Stay tuned for more Dota coming up, well, tomorrow. Bye-bye.